I'd like to welcome you. If you are new here for the first time, a really big welcome to you. If you haven't been around for a while, welcome back. And if you're here all the time, it's so good to see you. Welcome into our hearts. And we have a special song for you.
We know who you are. You are loved. You are loved. We see your perfection. Namaste. Namaste. Recognizing your true spirit, we honor you today. Welcome home. Welcome home. Namaste.
Namaste means the divinity in me honors or bows to the divinity in you. So take a moment and greet your neighbors. Give them a high five, a fist bump, a hug, or a namaste.
around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, that's how it goes. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Sing with us. I'm so glad it's not cloudy. Little darling, it's been a long, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 let it shine. Sun, 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 here it goes. Let's try that again. Sun, 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 let it shine. One more time. Sun, 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 let it shine. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Got it right. That's the song.
Okay. So where are we in the program? Because I opened up my heart and let it out of the cage, and then it's like, yes, where am I? Oh, that's right, prayer. Before I go into prayer, Susan asked me to remind everybody that Reiki is this Thursday. So if you're a Reiki attender or if you want Reiki, please go to the carriage house on Thursday evening at 6:30. And so as we we're going to pray. And so I just invite you to close your eyes and turn within. And as you turn within, I want you to become aware that you are sourced, fueled, and substanced by a renewable resource that is within you. It is that which is beating your heart, that which is holding you connected to your chair right now, that which is orchestrating universes, galaxies, solar systems. It is light. And as you've turned within and you have hopefully opened up your heart to that truth that God essence that always is, ever present, everywhere, and now. And so it's from that place that I speak a blessing for all of our offerings today, all of our programs, the singers, the songwriters, our minister, our practitioners, all those here, young and older. And I know that our blessings is the prayer and the answer are one. So as we open up our heart to community, to the light, to the message, I know beyond doubt that our vibration is raised up. And as we send that out into time by living it, we realize our blessing fully as we serve others and others come into service to us. And so I give thanks for each and every one of you being here. I give thanks for the setup teams, for the visionaries, for our ministers, and to God that is living itself in a multiplicity of ways. And so just come back into your body, begin to wake up, open up your eyes if you will, and I just invite you to say with me. And so it's beautiful. And so we're going to go into another song with Leslie, and then right after that I'm going to take the kids. We're going to go down the hall, and Allie's going to give her message.
As the sun began to set over Sherman's Peak tonight, in the overcast, the dark clouds, broken opening, so brilliant, oh what light. What a view from where I was standing, oh what light. A splendor so commanding, it could break the fall of night, what a light. Wasn't looking for a sign in a game of hide and seek, but it found the place inside me where there were no shadows hiding, oh what light. What a view where I was standing, oh what light. Surrounding me, expanding, till I found myself as bright, what light. Holy night, all was timeless for a moment when heaven's door was opened, taking my attention to a new dimension where words could not describe what it feels like. Oh, to see myself through heaven's eyes. Was a momentary wonder, but the gift is mine to keep. A silent new awakening in a valley drifting off to sleep. I thanked God that I should be here in an open, quiet place where heaven could reach out and touch me. heart. What a light. Over should speak tonight.
So welcome to the 9th annual Solstice celebration here at the Satya Center. 9th! We just had our 8th birthday, so we're now moving into year 9. And it just seems like yesterday, right, Reverend Minna?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Reverend Minna was so much a part of us starting this center. I remember I called out to the center down in Salt Lake and I said, we're starting a body of work here. We're starting to teach science of mind teachings, new thought, metaphysics, and is there any way you can support us? And do you have any ideas for us? And she said, well, do you need chairs? I'm like, yeah, we need chairs. And so they sent up, 40 chairs from the Salt Lake Center. So we've been partners in a long time. So thank you so much. So I would like, having said that, I would like you to come up and share a little bit about the winter solstice. And I'm going to bring over, we're doing a little rearranging of things here.
Yeah.
We need a speaker.
That one?
Yeah, this one.
Ali, I just have to say that I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
We can serve a certain size of group, but there is so much need for this in Utah. So, bless you. Thank you. The term solstice means sun stands still. And indeed, this is a time when the sun appears to halt in its apparent journey across the sky. The December solstice is also known as the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, the December solstice occurs during the coldest season of the year, as you know. Although winter was regarded as a season of dormancy and darkness and cold, the coming of lighter days after the winter solstice brought on a more festive mood. To many people, this return of the light was a reason to celebrate that nature's cycle was continuing. At this time of the year in the far north, the sun never rises above the horizon. People used to be afraid that the sun would never come back. Solstice rituals were developed to help the sun come back to us. For a few months, the days have been growing shorter and the nights longer. After today, little by little, the hours of light will increase. The days will grow longer until once again it is summer. We celebrate now the time of midwinter, which is called Yule. It marks the birth of the sun. S-U-N. That's all that you choose. Today we gather with the intention of taking a moment to honor the return of the sun, the life that it sources, and the light that each of us brings to humanity.
Today we talk about light, and we celebrate the light, the return of the sun. And so I looked up light. What does light mean? What does that mean to you? It means so much to us. It means so much to our lives. We are light. Each of us, made up of a spectrum of light. Everything is. And we reflect that light through our hearts and through our eyes. Science says light is electromagnetic. Sorry, it's going around. I don't know what happened. I'll stop again. Science says light is electromagnetic radiation of wavelength, sunlight, energy. we receive so much good from the sun. It just seems to sit there up in the sky and moves around, make sure we get baked on all sides, and pours down on us its nourishment. We receive the sunlight, and we live. The plants receive the sunlight, and they go through their process, and they provide food for us, and we live by the light of the sun. There's a wonderful book that I read years ago called something about ancient sunlight, and it talks about the fact that we're all just sunlight, recycled sunlight. I like the thought of that. And so today, I trust that through the things that are shared, through the music, through the readings, that you'll tune in to the light that you are, to the light that you bring, how you, in your particular unique way, recycle the sunlight to reflect back to all of us our brilliance, through your brilliance. Because like the sun, we give our light and we share our light abundantly, or we could cloud it out, we can turn it off. And so today we're going to explore that, the light and the dark of this season that we honor. On the solstice, in just a few days, we're going to experience the longest night. And it's in this time of year that many traditions take this time to reflect and tune in to what is buried deep inside. And with the dawning of the light, with the returning of the sun, maybe we release some of those things that aren't serving us any longer, some of the dark that's within us. So the dark and the light, each of us, dark and light, we all have those aspects of our being, that darkness and then that light. The sun provides us warmth. And as I looked into the word light, I thought about the word light-heartedness. How do we bring light-heartedness into our world? We can bring heavy-heartedness or light-heartedness. It's up to you. You choose. We all do. You experienced, if you were here for the meditation, the golden orb diksha, this descending of this light. In all of these sacred ancient texts, we see light around ascended masters and sages and mystics. There's a halo. There's a sign that those beings have been enlightened, that they have a higher understanding, that they've woken up to a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of truth, of what this life's all about. We say to people, I see the light in your eyes. So there's something very appealing to this light energy. You see a twinkle, Santa Claus with a twinkle in his eye this time of year. So today we're here to celebrate the energy of light. And so I invite our next speaker to come up and share.
This winter night offers me the gift of emptiness. No leaves on the trees or flowers in blossom. The full bloom of summer is a memory. The flaming foliage of autumn came and went. As I look out across the land, there is little to distract my eye. I enjoy this emptiness. It's quiet, still, and rich with possibilities. It is clean and clear, and what was once hidden, I now see. This winter night offers me the gift of expansiveness. I look up at the sky. There is nothing stopping it from coming toward me. It is deeper and wider. This winter night feels deserted. The people are indoors. Insects and seeds buried underground. There are fewer sounds and a deeper stillness. I feel small as I stand here on the edge of the expansive universe. This winter night offers me the gift of expectancy, anticipation of what is yet to come, and the desire of making space for the new, as I let go of the old burdens, mindsets, and habits that no longer serve me. The expectancy of longer days and shorter nights, the warmth of the sun giving birth to the spring, new beginnings and grand adventures, and friends I've yet to meet.
Emptiness, expansiveness, and expectancy. These are things that come through the dark night, through the spaciousness of being present in this moment, pondering the darkness and the light. There's a story that I know that most of you have heard, and it's the story about the elder medicine man who is teaching a young boy the ways of the world and the ways to walk on this good red road or this path of life with balance and integrity and kindness and skill. Really teaching self-mastery, life mastery. And he talks about that within each of us, within each human being, there are two wolves. There is the dark and the light. There is the wolf of fear and anger, and then there is the wolf of light and love. And each of us, in our life's journey, on our life's path, have an opportunity to have an experience with these two wolves. And the young boy said, well, so each person has these two wolves inside them? And the teacher said, yes, there are aspects to your personality. There's tendency to be angry sometimes and fearful, and there's tendency to be happy and joyful and loving. And so the boy thought for a moment and he said, well, which wolf wins? And the teacher said, whichever one you feed. Whichever one you feed. So within each of us, we have these tendencies to go to the dark side of worry and fear and doubt and concern, judgment, criticism, denial, addiction. And then we have this other side of us. That side of us that has never been hurt, that has never been wounded, that has never felt challenged, has never felt poor or unworthy. That part of us that is light, that is love, that is truth, that is here to express and share. Let the bird out of the cage, let the heart be seen and show up as the presence of love. So, I ask you, what do you choose? And to notice when you're in that dark space, there's always hope. There's always hope. There's always a movement forward into that light space. And throughout this human journey, we tend to just go through each of these phases. We wind and cycle through these dark nights and these light days. And so, that can't be taken away from us. It's a part of our journey. It's a part of navigating this thing called being human. But we can always remember that there is light. There is that light that we can choose. And that each of us are responsible to choose that light and to learn the rich, rich lessons from the darkness. So I invite my next speaker to come up.
I'm going to read several lines, and after each line, your response will be, "The light is reborn." Excuse me. In the greatest darkness, the light is reborn. Out of winter's cold, the light is reborn. From our deepest fears, the light is reborn. When we most despair, the light is reborn. When all seems lost, the light is reborn. When the earth lies waste, the light is reborn. When animals hide, the light is reborn. When the leaves are gone, the light is reborn. When the river is frozen, the light is reborn. When the ground is hard, the light is reborn. Shadows are fleeing, the light is reborn. Light is returning, the light is reborn. Warmth will come again, the light is reborn. Summer will be here once more.
The light is reborn.
Plants will grow again.
The light is reborn.
Animals will be seen once more.
The light is reborn.
Green will come again.
The light is reborn.
Life will continue.
The light is reborn.
The seasons turn, we bring the light. We raise the sun from dark of night.
The light is reborn.
Thank you, Trish. It's said in the Gospel of Thomas, light exists in a person enlightened, and it illuminates the world. But if the light does not shine, then there is nothing but darkness. So each of us have that responsibility to bring our light. It's a choice. The Buddha said, be a light unto yourself. Be a light unto yourself. And so often we look outside of ourselves for light or for happiness or to feel fulfilled, when really everything that we require for our own peace and happiness is within us. And if we can be more habituated to turn within for that strength, for that light, for that support, for that truth, and trust in our own innate ability to bring forth that light instead of seeking it outside of ourselves. When we can be the light first before receiving it through the outside, through others, through things that we think we might need or want, when we can activate that feeling of I am light, I am enough, I am present. And when we can turn on that light, then like moths to a flame, those situations and people and opportunities seem to come to us. We have to make that adjustment, that inner adjustment first. Turn on that light for ourselves first. Oprah says, you have to know what sparks the light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. I think the best thing that we can do, the best light, the best gift we can give to the world is what we love to do. So maybe this season, as you think about saying goodbye to 2017 and pondering on those things that maybe you want to leave behind in 2017, or you want to release today in our little solstice ceremony that we're about to do, you'll remember that there's space that's created by releasing, by letting go. And that space that is created could allow you to cultivate, spend time cultivating that which turns you on, turns on your light, opens the cage to your heart. You could develop those skills, those things that you love to do. Maybe it's you've always wanted to sing in the choir. Maybe you've wanted to paint. Maybe it's time to run down to the Michaels and pick up some paints. They'll be on sale right after Christmas. And you can start to explore the light that you are through your painting. Maybe you've always wanted to learn bookkeeping or taxes or something like that. Things that I'm not interested in. But maybe that's your light, your offering, your skill, your brilliance. So whatever it is, you're here to illuminate the world by doing what you love to do. A Sufi master said, love is like the flame of a lamp or candle. It cannot help but give light to others. So you're here to give the light, to bring the light, and to be the light. So now it's time for our gifts and our offerings, and we are here at the Satya Center. We practice the law of circulation and generosity. So everything that we bring in here, we send out 10% of that into our community to seed love. So we tithe to those individuals that are feeding us spiritually. And so our board of directors, we're just starting the new year, and we would love to know, are there organizations that are doing good works in this community that you know of? And if you know of an organization that is feeding this community spiritually, we would like to know about that organization, and we would like to circulate our abundance with those individuals, organizations, and institutions. So thank you for that. You can see us afterwards. So you'll find in your program the blessing of the offering. So would you please join me in reading this. Joyfully I give with gratitude, for I know that as I give, I am given. I allow the abundant nature of the universe to flow through me now. I am so blessed, and so it is. All right, so I would love everyone to join me and the choir. We're going to do a very special ceremony, and I'd like everyone to circle up. This time of year, it's an opportunity to come together, to celebrate, and to release, to let go. So maybe you've been thinking about that during this service today, of what you might be wanting to leave behind, to leave in the dark. And maybe you've been thinking about what you would like to bring into the new year, bring into your life. And as the solstice comes this week, and the longest night is experienced, and then that turning of embracing the sun, knowing that the sun is going to be making its presence for a longer period of time, all the way until we get to the equinox, where it will be equal day and equal night in the spring. And then in the summer, 6 months from now, we'll be experiencing the opposite. We'll be experiencing the longest day and the shortest night. And so today I'd love that each of us co-create a blessing together. That within these teachings we know that we're responsible for what we experience, and that we can actually use our intentions, our thoughts, and we can speak words of power and create a difference in our lives and within the universe, in our world, that we're all one and connected. And so I'd like to, each of you, think about, what wish do you have for the world? What wish do you have for humanity? What if you could bring it into one word? What's your word? What's your wish? What's your prayer today? What is your prayer? And I want you to think of that one word. And I want us to activate the I am presence. Each of us, an individualized expression of the divine spirit. So activating the I am presence with your word. What's your word? And I think we'll start with Reverend Mona. If you could start with I am and then say your word, and we will go round in a clockwise. And each of you, co-creating a blessing for our precious planet.
I am diversity.
I am love.
I am understanding.
I am self-compassion.
I am love.
I am health.
I am truth.
I am peace.
Peace.
I am humility.
I am peace.
I am joy.
I am peace.
I am non-judgment.
I am peace.
I am compassion.
I am light.
I am friendship.
I am light. I am joy.
I am peace.
I am love.
I am bliss.
I am love.
I am forgiveness.
I am remembering.
I am empathy. I'm hungry.
I am freedom. I am Christ.
I am husband.
I am love.
I am authenticity.
I am acceptance.
I am light.
I am community.
I am love.
I am a miracle.
I am enthusiasm.
I am love. I am joy.
I am change.
So let's take this into prayer, knowing that this ripple, these words that have been spoken, they are something. They're light, they're a vibration, they're a movement of energy. And through the utterance of these words, through the co-creation of this prayer, I claim and I declare that this prayer rings out across the land in ripples and waves of light, that this blessing is heard in all directions, to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west, above, below, and within. I am light. So I speak a blessing on each of us here, on the generosity of your donation, please know that we as a community will be wise stewards of your generosity, and that it will go forth to bless this community, to bless our musicians, to bless our children, to bless people that we've not met yet, for those that are yet to come. I know that each of us is blessed, and as we've co-created this prayer, this blessing together, we are the lights. We are the ones we've been waiting for. So I know that something wonderful is happening right here.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's this thing called light.
It's this thing called light.
Light is in my heart.
Light is in my heart.
Light is in my mind.
Light is in my mind.
And light is in all of my affairs.
And light is in all of my affairs.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
And I am it.
I am it.
And you know what?
Light